It's so strange to get such a peak. Because I don't think anybody ever anticipated that something like this would happen, where Twitter would get sold to an eccentric billionaire who's intent on letting all the information get released.
Yeah, I mean, I think Elon Musk essentially, he spent $44 billion to become a whistleblower of his own company.
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't really fully know his motives in doing that. I think he's got a pretty developed sense of humor, though.
Yes.
And that comes through. I think he gets a kick out of seeing all this stuff come out on Twitter, which used to be the kind of the private stomping ground of all of these whiny journalists. And now here is all this information that is just horrifying to all of them. I mean, $44 billion is a lot to spend on that thrill, but I'm glad he did.
Well, he truly believes that censored social media is a threat to democracy. He really believes that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And I believe it too.
Yeah.
I just don't have $44 billion.
Right.
And even if I did, I'd be like, I don't want that heat.
Right. Yeah. I don't think that's what I would spend it on, but no, he believes that. I think he also believes that the credibility of these companies can only be restored by telling people what they talk about in private, or what they have been talking about, with the government and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So he might be right about that. We'll see, I guess.
I think he is. I mean, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. There's an amazing amount of resistance against him. And, there's just the publicity campaign against him has been fascinating to watch. People go from thinking that Elon Musk is the savior that's bringing us these amazing electric cars and engineering new reusable rockets to he's an alt-right piece of shit who wants Donald Trump back in the office. And it's very wild.
The speed with which they can sort of shuffle somebody into the Hitler of the Month Club routine, right? We've always done this with foreigners, whether it's Noriega or Saddam Hussein or Milosevic or Assad or whatever it is. We have a playbook for cranking out negative information about, foreigners who get in our way for whatever reason. But now we've kind of refined that technique for domestic people who are inconvenient. I think they did it with Trump, obviously. They try to do it with Tucker Carlson, with you. I mean, you got a taste of that for a few times.
Yeah, it's interesting,
right? And then with Elon, he went from being the guy who made electric cars sexy to something to the right of Viktor Orban in 10 seconds. It's amazing.
It is amazing. And the narrative is spread through progressive people. Well, they'll just say it now. It's like they've reached the memo. The memo's got to them. And then I hear people in LA, I hear people that I know oh, Elon's just so crazy. It's like something happened to him. He went nuts and he's a right winger now. How? What are you saying? What examples do you have? They don't have an example. They just have this narrative that reached them, the signal. Elon bad now. Oh, right. Elon bad now. Elon bad now. Elon bad now. And they just start saying it. And you go what examples are you using of his behavior? Well, he let Trump back on the platform. Okay, well, the Taliban's there.
Right.